oeddwn ni, rhyw flwydd neu ddwy yn iau. A minnau'n y fachgen y bochgoch bach di fai. Ni awn i'r ysgol fel bob bachgen bach da. Dwi'n niwl a glaw boed eian ein boed hawdd. Yn yr ysgol ni ges lessons history, lessons geography, lessons English o hyd ac o hyd. Ac ambell i lesson yn Welsh chwarae teg am mae Cymro bach oeddwn ni.
Ein tad yn y nefoedd, sancteiddiad y enw, dyled y deyrnas, gwneler dy ewyllus ar y ddeiar fel yn y nef. Dyro i ni heddiw ein bara beunyddio a maddau i ni ein troseddau, fel yr unig maddau i rhai a droseddodd yn ein herbyn.
Amen.
Amen.
For those who don't know what that is, yeah. That was the Lord's Prayer, but you had to do it you had to do that in gwasanaeth. What's that in English? In
assembly.
Assembly, yeah. We were all indoctrinated to be good Christians. You had to start with the Lord's Prayer.
This was on my list, actually. It's funny that, like, imagine these days someone, you're all going to be Muslims now. Imagine
you're going to read from the Quran, yeah.
But they went, no, every one of you's got to be Christian now. So
that was just like a state school, wasn't it? It was, so it's a school by...
Yeah, it seems looking back. I don't know. Do they do it now? I can't imagine they
we didn't do it in
Christian stuff.
We didn't do it in secondary school, did we? I don't think we did that.
But we did sing hymns, but that's kind of a Welsh thing in that we do
Welsh. I think
Welsh
it's a Welsh thing. And a lot of them were like, da-da-da-lawi me, ac awn ni ben y mynydd. That's more just like, give me a hand, we'll go up a hill. It was more about friendship, that song was.
They are hymns, but I think they're like kind of been co-opted into like, this is just inspirational. It's okay.
This is just inspirational. And also, we used to listen to a lot of Black Eyed Peas in assembly. there was one teacher who constantly put in Black Eyed Peas.
Unless there was a disaster and then it was Coldplay.
Well, also the disaster was the lady who used to play Black Eyed Peas got hit by a bus, so we could no longer play that song.
And I will try to fix you.
Yeah, tough job fixing it. That's a bit.
Brutal.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll move on from that.
Anyway, soddy, isn't it? Yeah.
Anyway, death of a teacher is always a ruse for a bit of light-hearted banter. Also, we found that Welsh the what's it called? What's that prayer called in Welsh?
Lord's Prayer. Lord's Prayer.
But we found
called in Gweddi'r Arglwydd in Welsh.
We found it on Pontypridd Ministry area, and here it says, prayer is not a wish list. It's not just about asking God for things you need. It's like, all right. And then, if you want to join
this isn't fucking Bruce Almighty, all right? This is fucking real.
Every Friday evening, they got a prayer meeting you can join, and the passcode is prayers. Just join a Teams meeting, passcode prayers. That's quite fun.
I like the idea of like some thief trying to get in on the code on the door and going G-O-D.
Oh, shit.
Prayers.
Prayers.
Yes, in.
Yeah, that did bring it back though. The ain't hard and voice. It's like synth, that fucking that rhythm was a real that was real. That's pure indoctrination, teaching people to like chant in unison, isn't it?
Used to do it in primary.
Yeah,
like all the way through. That is a bit mad that we used to do that.
Yeah, in primary school. In America, I don't think you're allowed to mention like religions in state schools. I think it's changed now since Donald Trump came in. But I remember loads of like The Simpsons and stuff. It's always like if they ever mention like God or teach faith.
They have a whole different thing where it's like they've got to pledge allegiance to the flag. That's a whole other fucking.
I think Americans often like because they do it from a young age, they don't really think about it. But like. It's like what people in China do, don't they? They pledge allegiance to the thingy every day. And like, even though, me and you, proud Welsh people, if my school told me every day I had to pledge allegiance to the flag, I'd be like, what does that mean?
I mean, I'd still sooner pledge allegiance to the fucking red dragon.
I mean, I actually would do that every day. If someone said pledge allegiance to I pretty much do that anyway in my own life.
I was just saying, look at the fucking
constantly.
iconography
Look at my
just in the background.
I've got fucking Welsh flags everywhere.
It's full Wales.
Actually, America, I get it. I'm fully on board now. I just think if they told us you had to pledge allegiance to the British flag, I'd never do that.
Oh, so, yeah. It's crazy that's it. Yeah, it's. Yeah. I wouldn't accept a judgment. No, of like, that's a bit weird.
I'd go on. I'd say hunger strike, but I wouldn't go on hunger strike. I'd go on, I don't know, something the opposite of a hunger strike. I'd eat
really
loads.
Easy. I'd do
something a lot
really
easier.
Yeah.
I'd try and kill myself slowly over 35 years of booze and food abuse, and that's what I do with my protests. Yeah, that'll teach you. And talking of teachers,
I tell you what, I'll do a work process. I'll stop going to work if you make me do that.
I'll tank the economy if you make me do that to that fucking colonial piece of shit. Talking of teachers, this episode's... Oh, sorry about that. I'm having a few beers. This is all about teachers, isn't it? It's all about school memories from Welsh school memories.
AU teachers, leave them kids alone. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're going to start with some bangers, some good school song bangers.
Oh, we'll find something. We'll find a good little score to the episode.
But before we get into that, should we have a little chin wag? Actually, no, we're a little bit in. Maybe we should just crack on because we've got quite a few to go through.
7 odd minutes. Yeah. 7 odd minutes in.
7 odd minutes.
Hang on. Very, very not natural. But let me have a look at what I've written down to talk about.
Most of my notes are about school stuff.
I've got loads of those, but I've got... shall I tell you about how I hid away in a little room in my work gathering last
go on
week?
then. Yeah.
So...
best shot.
I'll set the scene, right? I went up to work gathering on Monday, overnight in Bangor. Sorry, let me trill the R. Till Tuesday, and then went home on Wednesday, right? So the second day, Tuesday, was the big day. Did a conference on Wednesday. Wanted to fucking kill myself on Thursday.
On Friday and Saturday and Sunday, I got pissed like a dog.
Yeah. So the big day was on the Tuesday.
Your hand on your head then like this.
I know, I was remembering it.
Christ.
I found a couple of semi-like-minded individuals who went out with me on the piss until about 1 a.m. in the merry old city of Bangor.
I didn't know you went out on the actual lash there after the quiz.
After
class.
The quiz, mate. After the quiz,
you
were
texting me when you were boozing. But
beforehand, mate, I was like bleak.
Yeah, you said no one was drinking at all.
No, mate. Honestly, I was sat at a table. We were talking about quite a funny subject actually, and I was like, "Why does no one else realise that this would be so much better with a beer?" And I was the only one.
Guys, have you not heard of this?
Look at this!
Look at this! Look how much of a laugh I'm having.
Exactly.
You could get this right now.
Anyway, we sat. We luckily got. I got a couple of people on board. There's 4 of us. Only 4 out of like a delegation of like 30 plus people, but made the drinking all the more intense when we actually went out. So all good.
Yeah.
Anyway, 1 o'clock, called it a night. Came back.
That's not bad,
raided
though.
the little biscuit storage that we had for the thing, and that was like that was our tea for the night.
Yeah.
Got up in the morning. I felt really shit when I woke up, but you know when it just like eases off quite nicely. I was like, okay, I'm fit for work, fine.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I was going to say I don't. I can't. Yeah. Even 4 pints sends me pretty bad the next day. I've never. You've always been okay with hangovers. Like you can kind of must.
I feel pretty resilient when it comes. to
I'm not.
To hangovers.
I'm quite a precious little. Tit.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I did not want to be there.
No,
but it was like I can put on a brave face and I can make myself work appropriate. People were saying because I'm the comms guy. I had all the camera stuff and all that, and I was doing a group picture, and it was being quite. Terse, I think, is the word.
What grouchy?
People were not getting like position. Well, it was just like, oh, can everyone move to the left? Yeah, I actually said, can everyone move to the left? You know, like so.
You don't get too grouchy. You're quite chill, but you do sometimes get a bit snippy with stuff like that, don't you?
The little snip, yeah. But then someone, when my boss was like, "Oh, do you want to do like a fun one, like a jumping one?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, do we want to do a fun one?" Yeah,
that's so
great. Oh, do we want to do a fun one? And people were laughing because my I guess my tone was not in keeping.
Yeah, and also hilarious. You do a really fun one.
I kept having to do like that. I have to go beep and then fucking I go 10, 9, 8,
for
7.
For people not on camera, it's him running to the photo.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. We'll release this on the Patreon if you want to see me impression of me.
Should we start putting all episodes camera up on the Patreon?
Maybe you get the the video for the top tier
because currently on the Patreon, if you pay for the top tier, you get the Patreon episodes with the camera on. And people seem to be enjoying that. People ask about some of the artwork on the backgrounds and stuff.
We'll do that maybe. But anyway,
both of us not convinced. Yeah,
I guess I'll be right. Yeah. But so anyway, after all that, we were just plodding along with these different activities and stuff, and then this thing came up, and it was like, "Oh, I want to talk about legacy and advocacy." Exactly. Ugh.
Yeah.
And they went, can everyone stand up and pick someone you haven't spoken to this entire conference?
Fuck off.
And I was like, I am done. Yeah. Right. Oh, no, fuck. I missed such a crucial part there. I'm so sorry. That happened. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. Before that, we had a 3-minute guided meditation session. And they went, you don't have to close your eyes if you don't want to. And in some sort of like weird, like as if I was being like the fucking rebel. I was like, I fucking won't. I'll just look at my feet.
It would be good if you got your phone out during that. Just like scrolling.
But fully on full volume, like giggling.
And do you know, like when old people have like the haptic feedback on their phone, so it goes like the noise of typing,
or just like you scroll through and you get like a risque thing. It's like a girl, like a thing in her OnlyFans or something. It's like really risque. Imagine that on full volume and the console of me going like, fucking hell,
oh that's fucking lush,
oh it's lush, that is,
yeah. Can I pop a toilet?
Disturbing everyone else's meditation.
Yeah, and you call the boss, miss.
Anyway, sorry.
Sorry, miss, can I go to the toilet, please?
Sorry, miss.
Sorry, miss, I gotta go to the toilet, actually.
I gotta go to the toilet, like, I'll be like 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
I wish.
God.
I know, I wish.
You doing it 5 times, you?
Very good. So anyway, we did the meditation. That's when they said, "Oh, get up and pick someone you haven't spoken to." I was like, "Look, in my head, I was like, look, if I haven't spoken to this conference, I don't fucking want to speak to you. I got no interest."
Yeah, there's a reason why we haven't connected. Also, can I just say that? I thought you were going to say, pick someone. You know, earlier we did on a Patreon, we discussed how we'd survive in prison. And I thought it was going to go the same way. Pick the biggest cunt in the room.
Pick the biggest bastard you've ever seen. Yeah.
Fucking square him.
And fucking drop the nut on him. Yeah. But no, I said, so at that point, I was like, oh, I got work to do. And I got my laptop and like hid in like where everyone was storing their bags before they left. I went and hid in there, right? And I was just going like, just tapping away, click, click, click. I wasn't really doing much. But I was like, I can't deal with it. But then luckily, right, I was like, I'm away here. No one's going to notice.
Yeah.
Door opened and a co-worker, she should not be named just in case anyone's listening, right? Yeah. But she's, I think we're kindred spirits.
Yeah.
She came in and she went, hiya. I was like, hiya. I was like, I'm going to go all in. I said, oh, you found my hiding place, have you? And she went, oh, and she was like, oh, thank God, someone else wanted to get away as well. And I was
what
like, yes.
Ledge. Oh,
and
that's fun.
I said, yeah. I said, you know when you're like, you're tentative.
You're don't want to testing them out.
I was like, the old, I was like, the meditation. What you reckon?
Probably that's a load of bollocks, is it?
And then I think it's a load of crap, all right? Yeah. But she was like, she went, that was too much for me. I was like, me too. It was fucking. I was like, I wanted to be like, it's fucking shit. When I didn't do that, but she was like, that was a bit too much for me. Oh, me too. And then it was like, oh, thank God this one. And she was like, I'm going to go for a walk somewhere. She was like, I'm going to have to sneak out. But this place, like, it was the Bangor Management Centre, right? I don't know if anyone cares about that.
That's so funny. It sounds like anger management as well.
The main hall, right? It's the oldest floors ever, so you can't sneak anywhere. So she went, I'm going to try and sneak out now. And she went, oh, but the floors. And I knew exactly what she went. She went, all right, see you later. And as she shut the door, I still heard, as she like left, obviously for a walk. But I was like, at least I got someone here who's like on the same wavelength.
You could say you needed to go to Bangor Management after that weekend. Jack's drinking his drink, that's why he's not laughing. There you go.
No, it was good.
Because you're such a burpy man, but you burp inwards. So often I'll say something and I can see you're reacting, but no one on the microphone, anyone else can see because you go,
yeah. I go, don't want that on the pod, don't want to let it out. You know, Shrek says better out than in a way.
Yeah, you're the opposite. Better in than out.
Yeah.
To be fair, I don't like
it. Comes out the other way.
I don't like. I don't. Yeah, me and Emma still don't fight in front of each other, and we've been together 6 years.
That's crazy to me.
I know.
Me and Amy let out some fucking stinkers.
I mean, they do happen, and we do the old part of the Red Sea when I'm in bed, the old lift up cheek where I go, and then she's like, "What the hell?" That happened the other night in bed. It was like 2 a.m, and I parted the old cheek. It's copious gas came out. It was obnoxious, yeah. And then she woke up. She went, "It smells like the sewers." And just rolled over.
The reason I don't do it is you're so judgmental every time.
No,
yeah.
It's my. I just don't like doing it in front of my partner. I'll do it in front of you.
I know full well.
I'm a stinker as well.
You don't I don't like doing it. Last time we were out in the pub when we went to the Spoons, my God, the ones you were laying off. Fucking constant.
I did poorly tam there, did I, mate? You can't judge me. I had a dicky
making
tam.
the air fucking thick.
It was. It was foggy, wasn't it? It's a green gas.
Absolutely. Yeah. Get the old fucking fog lights on. Couldn't deal with it.
I had to get the full beams on to get out of it.
Yeah.
Right, we're 20 minutes in nearly.
Right,
so
we should probably start, shouldn't we?
Yeah. So talking about some stinky gases, science is a
stinky environment. How about ice school, am I right?
Yeah. So this episode, which we did a big call out on our Instagram, which, I think I mentioned, we're like 3,999. So I want one more person to follow us on Instagram so we hit 4,000.
Please give us that one more, yes.
And I want, I gave a call out on there and on our Patreon asking for stories about school. And we've had some great emails and DMs and replies to stories about asking specifically about like what it was like going to school in Wales and Welsh schools. So how should we start this? Do you want to? And also, me and Jack are going to just kind of tell some stories about when we went to school.
True. I think the first one we said, wasn't it? Let's go through the replies, and we'll probably riff on those a little bit, won't we?
Yeah. All right. So let me just get these up. So let's start with one of the first ones. Well, we got some longer form ones, like which I think might be best for the second episode. So we got some good stories from Will. Nathaniel J, or a bunch actually. So, should we do the longer form stuff on part 2? And on part 1 we'll do.
Yeah, these will be a quick fire round, I think.
Becca said, having a classic Welsh rugby guy as a teacher you were shit scared of, and that's one of my stories for later. Having the people who are like, who aren't meant to be teaching like maths or Welsh, but they have to substitute.
You can tell they pivoted at some point, didn't they? They thought they were going to be the next big Welsh rugby player. Yeah. Something happened, and they went, "I'll do fucking chemistry now." And it was but they were still built like fucking brick shit houses.
They were like genuinely huge. They were such big people, and they were so scary. Like, and also they're either. They taught sports, but then sometimes had to do like you said, science is like a thing, but with dog shit at it. Like one of my things I'm going to mention later is having one of these teachers try and teach Welsh as like an actual subject, and oh my God, they were not bred for that. We had some. I remember our sports teacher. We had one from North Wales who loved football, and one from South Wales who loved rugby, and the rugby one kept trying to get me and Jack to play rugby. But then the one from North Wales hated me so much. And I remember one time we were all skipping sports because none of us wanted to go in sixth form.
I mean,
Chidders.
We
can name
Chidders,
a few, maybe.
Of course.
Yeah,
Chidders.
Yeah. We should probably not name everyone because I know we do have quite a few people.
As long as you don't use the full Christian names, sure, it should be all right.
Yeah. So this one from North Wales hated me, and loads of us had ditched the lesson, and no one turned up. So he was going around the school trying to find everyone around them and give them a bollocking. And he got us all, brought us down into the changing rooms, was screaming at everyone. And he put in at me, went, "Franks, of course you've skipped it." And he just looked at me, and I was like, "All right." So I didn't really get told off. He had such low expectations for me. He just like, "Of course you're not
like, you know what, you
can
go." Yeah,
yeah.
I remember him saying one time, I think it might have been that exact same scenario where he was like, "This is meant to be fun. Why don't you want to be here?" And it was like, have you not just answered your own question?
Because playing rugby on a frozen piece of mud pitch is not fun.
And also, if you don't enjoy it, you don't enjoy it. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Like the classic forced fun isn't fun. So fuck off, Chidders.
All right, let's go through some other ones here. So there was from Becca. Her name's Becca Dewey. I like that. Becca I am. Another one here is Big Z. Big Z's one Big Z really made me laugh. Calling it Welsh Corgi instead of British Bulldog, so the teachers didn't clock on as quick. So that's good. And for American listeners,
they play this new game, Welsh Corgi.
Fucking hell, boys. It seems to be the incarnation of British Bulldogs. Just as violent. But it can't be, because it's called Welsh Corgi.
The detective, a teacher that's just gotten to the end of it, like, I have found it at the end. It's actually British Bulldogs.
So for American listeners, British Bulldogs is when you have like a line either side, or we played it where there's one person in the middle, the Bulldog, and then you had people who'd actually, we played it differently. It was kind of like you had to run from, say, a 50 meter. You have a field.
What we used to do, there was two, like should we call it a field, right?
Yeah.
And there was one person would start as the Bulldog, and all the other people would have to run from one end of the field to the other.
Yeah.
The Bulldog would have to try
about
and catch
50
you.
meters, maybe a bit less.
50 meters, maybe something like that. And the Bulldog would then have to try and tackle one you to the ground.
And you got to put
if you got your shoulders down.
Yeah,
got your shoulders down. You then became a Bulldog, and it would like whittle down to the last person. Then basically,
and so at the end, it's like say 10 of you. So it's really fun when there's a bunch of Bulldogs. So there's like say 3 of you left, and you got to sprint as hard as you can.
You got to do the old. You could do like the spinneroonies and like sort of try and dodge people. It was very good.
We used to play it
fuck each other up
day. Yeah, we used to batter each other, but we played it for like an entire summer and got so strong from doing it because we would like
you asked me to play Bulldogs now, my God, I'd be in such a mess afterwards.
We were such dorks. We tried to make a movie out of it. We went to our friend's house and we filmed it. It was the lame. We did like wrestling intros
at all.
We did like a wrestling intro where our mate Sean did a crucifix on himself. He was going like kiss a crucifix, and it was like this music.
The best thing is when he did the crucifix thing,
the kiss,
and the last kiss. A little like spit bubble burst on it. Do you remember that? And he was like, "Put that to production." That's fine.
So it was kind of like Jackass, but just us playing Bulldogs. But I actually think real Bulldogs.
It was kind of like rugby without the ball.
Yeah, it's rugby without the ball.
Yeah.
But and then by the end, so many people got into it that we'd end up having like 60 people playing Bulldogs, and it got cancelled because people like really hurt themselves. So they renamed
Sounds
it
really bad
Welsh Corgis.
But there was this guy. We can bleep him out, but
big fat. We'll just leave it big fat,
smelly fat. He would sometimes if basically went on rotation who was like starting as the Bulldog. If he started, because he was so slow, you really could like outmaneuver him for
ages,
rounds at a time. But when he was a Bulldog, in a team,
when he was one of the
when he was running, when he was the runners.
Because he was strong.
He was a strong bastard. But you'd get him down, and also you had to get 2 shoulders down, or if someone said, "I'm down." If someone said, "I'm down," then they're on your team now. Yeah. But you go, "I'm down," then you get them go, joking, and then leg it off. It's like you can't just do that. Yeah. That's not in the spirit of the game.
Ethos of the game.
And we hold ourselves to a higher standard here in Welsh Corgis.
One of our beautiful listeners, Rodri Lewis, said, sitting on the floor, sitting for hours on the cold floor for a Steddfod, hearing terrible instruments play all day. So a Steddfod is like Welsh day of like cultural music, poetry, acting, and it's huge in Wales. Like every primary school, secondary school does it, and you do it at like a school level, then a regional level, then a national level.
That's right.
And it's like people take it like so seriously. And if you went into that sort of thing, you just sort of sit cross-legged for literally days of a week. It was a week-long thing where you'd sit for ages and you just had to listen to like 5-year-olds recite like Italian.
Education took a pause, right?
Yeah, literally.
You gotta watch this shite.
But it wasn't just for that week. It was for like the build-up. You'd have like weeks of rehearsing and doing like all your stuff.
Well, there's like there's a thing in Wales. It's like Eisteddfod Mums, isn't it?
Where
it's like they're like, imagine like what's that fucking thing where it's like dance moms, you know?
Oh
America.
yeah.
It's a bit like that. It's like these mums,
they're really
or
pushy
parents that like push you to like do these like monologues and like singing and fucking dancing and all this sort of stuff, but just to win the coveted chair of the Eisteddfod.
Then we got Lucas, our dear friend Luke Escott. He said going to Big Pit 8 years running, which I quite like, because you would go to in South Wales. You could only go to a few places for your like school days out, and we would do Big Pit and Oakwood for once. I think we went to Oakwood
always.
Every year you just go down a massive mine, which is so Welsh. Hey, for your big school trip, let's go down a mine and go see what it was like, how rubbish it was. We also got
a classic.
So yeah, in Welsh language schools, and I think also in non-Welsh language schools, you'd go to like weeks away from, like, it's like kind of like boarding school for a week, and sometimes there'd be other schools there, and it's kind of just a chance to like, I don't know what the reason, why would you go to, how could you sum up going to Llangrannog?
It was like Llangrannog, I always thought was like you'd socialise with other schools.
Maybe it was other schools. Yeah, and that mostly meant fingering other people from other schools, and that was kind of like your education.
You were lucky. I should have been so lucky.
You got fingered. you were fingered.
I was going to say, all I did was play. There's an arcade game, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There,
and you played
me and my mate Sean, and our mate Sean. We fucking smashed it.
There's a different type of fingering going on. Is you fingering the buttons?
I mean, there was probably some fucking girls there looking at, oh my god, the action they have on the A/B button.
Yeah. So we got lots of people said going to Llangrannog. So Beb, loads of people have said. I think that's probably the most common thing. People saying going to Llangrannog, which is where you go to like this.
When you were young,
in West
when
Wales.
you were in south, it was Llangrannog, wasn't it? And then if you were north, you go Glanllyn.
And you do like activities in the sea. You go like surfing and like kayaking and things on the lake.
You did like horse riding, you did like dry slope skiing and stuff.
I think
like
there's a chance to take people from cities to the country, and you get to do like quite cool things. But we'll talk about one of the big things was in Glanllyn and Llangrannog, there was this rumour of the Black Nun, and it is far less racist than it sounds, but everyone used to be terrified.
It was AKA Sister Act, the film. It was...
but no, it wasn't. It wasn't a literal Black Nun. It was kind of like what's the I think it's just called the Nun, isn't it? You know, the one with the Blue House ones.
Yeah, the Blumhouse ones. Yeah, that's just called the Nun. Yeah, they knew what they were wising for. Drop the black.
So we had like this. There was this. A chwedl, like a legend, that there is a haunted nun who used to go to the and so all we were in like these little dorms, they're all in bunk beds, and people used to scratch "Beware the Black Nun" in like with a knife in the like, or like a something.
We'd be in bunk beds, wouldn't you? And then like in the slats above you, it'd be like the Black Nun comes at 12 or whatever like that. And it was meant to shit us all up.
Well, I had one of our other listeners, Mena, she said, this is still a thing according to my kids. So her kids recently went to Llangrannog and they still fear the Black Nun. This has been going on since like the 70s. Which is pretty cool. Yeah, one of our favourites, our ERJ, Ellis, so RFK Jr., as we like to call him. He's given us wearing a black bin bag like a monk's robe and making Carol on St. David's Day. I gotta say, I've never remembered this.
So funny.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever... Think of what's like a universal thing from like being in a Welsh school, wearing a bin bag, dressing as a monk.
Ellis is one of our favourite. We do love Ellis at ERG. Wearing a black bean bag. I remember being a monk. That worm in poor Ellis's brain is eating his mind, because I don't think he's ever made him wear a black bin bag. That is crackers. I just like... I don't ever remember dressing up as a monk, but I suppose it makes a bit of sense.
No, I remember doing, like, you know, St. David's Day, obviously, we all, the girls dressed up in the little bonnet and the bonnet, dresses and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. And the boys were dressed up in, like, the little, like, waistcoats and things like that. Never a bin bag of going, you're a monk. Did someone absolutely do you over?
Yeah, I feel like
it was like, oh, yeah, put this bin bag on me.
Yeah. What else we've got here? Luke said, Luke Tamplin, being able to dress in Welsh stuff for St. David's Day, and some weirdo would wear a leek, which is quite good, because I do remember that as well. I remember someone would come in with a massive leek pinned to their top.
Oh, yeah.
It's always a bit...
Like an actual leek, yeah. So for the listeners, maybe, the Americans, it's on St. David's Day, you wear a leek or a daffodil as like a sign of, you know, getting involved or whatever. And you have like these felt leeks that just pin to your
so they did
t-shirt
it
or whatever.
The reason why you had that was so Welsh soldiers could identify themselves against the enemy, wasn't it? Back in the day, that was
the
St.
Normans.
David's kind of plan.
So you wear a leek and then you know who's who. But there's some people who go with an actual fucking like a vegetable, like pinned to it.
And Luke also said, even going to a city school, you'd be in a class with too many farmers, which we had a lot of that. We had, Barry's not really a.
Yes.
All right. So
I remember my primary school. My first primary school was in St. Cerrig, which was in Barry. City folk, if you like. Same as me, really. And then when I went to Iolo Morgannwg, which was in Cowbridge, we can beep him out, but do you remember?
Dog.
Yeah. So when he came over for a birthday party one time when we were like, I don't know, fucking like 11, something like that. And like he wasn't allowed. I think he was allowed like an hour of PlayStation, like a week.
No, he didn't have a PlayStation. He was like an hour of telly.
Did he have a PlayStation?
Yeah. No, he didn't have a PlayStation.
Anyway, basically, we were playing PlayStation together.
And we had as much as we wanted. We mainlined
as much as I bloody wanted. And we showed him the game Gun, which was class. It was like the precursor, if you like, to Red Dead.
Red Dead is amazing.
We all went to bed at like, and this was late for us at the time. It was like 11 at night, 12 or something like that.
Yeah.
Woke up at like 6 a.m, and he was still playing. He'd been playing it non-stop. Yeah. And he was like
literally. Well, it was late in that. I think we went to bed like 4, didn't we? Because we were watching like loads of films and stuff, and it was a sleepover. So you get, yeah. Well, I remember it being really late. We were at your house, and we
rented at least 3 films, because I know it was 3. It was like 3 for $5 down the local Londis.
Yeah, so and it was like I remember it being like 4 a.m. when people started falling asleep, and then like 6 o'clock came around, and he was like finally came back. He was in a different room to us, even like we were all watching a film.
Yeah, he was downstairs, mate. Yeah. He was downstairs. Yeah. And like he just could not give it up. That's what happens if you're a farmer.
Well, then he came in and he was like, "Oh, you're back." You went, "Yeah, it crashed." Do you remember the game crashed?
That was it. He said, "Oh, you finished it." He was like, "No, it just crashed on me." He's like, "Yeah, he fucking overheated the fucking console."
All right, we'll do the last few for this, and then the next episode will be the longer story ones. But Verity sent a really funny one in. Verity said, you couldn't go to the loo unless you asked in Welsh. And she put in brackets, I went to an English-speaking school. And I was like, that's amazing. Then she went, Cymraeg please would be the reply if we asked in English. And then ironic that Cymraeg or Sgwelch yn Dda was too out of reach for the teachers. So the teachers would say, Cymraeg please, instead of Cymraeg or Sgwelch yn Dda. Yeah. And then
that is one of the phrases in Welsh that is like so much longer than it. Please. Yeah. Square loch and that's such a long one.
And Sophie said singing a Dead in Melin, which was a nice little song. There were some bangers.
Dead in Melin, even in a coed and banana.
I really liked me well I elephant pink and I said that head to the ben I do go swen. I also like the fact. I know. I just like that song though. I like Gaffer Wen.
The Elephant Pink adaptation, is it?
I also really like, JCBs, the things that like pick up, the big machines that do like excavating.
Jack Coddy Bow.
Yeah, in Welsh they're called Jack Coddy Bow, which means Jack who lifts mud. and that's what they do, and it works perfectly for JCBs. I've always really enjoyed that.
Jack on the bow.
Yeah. All right, so let's leave that there, and then part 2, we're going to do the longer form emails we've had, and we're going to tell our own little tales.
Insert a few of our own little stories.
Yeah. But let's go get another pint, shall we?
Let's do it.
A darllen baby mi am Morgan yng nghwmni'r sain. Cymraeg siaradau i'r Iesu am a wyddwn ni. A Chymraeg oedd iaith pob gweddi siŵr I chi. Ond yn yr ysgol mi ges lessons history, lessons geography, lessons English o hyd ac o hyd. Ac ambell I lesson fach, ie dim ond ambell I lesson fach, yn Welsh chwarae teg, a mae Cymro bach oedd o